Hi everybody, my name is Christy, and I want to talk to you about something that's been kind of taking over the news lately, and that is the government shutdown that was initiated by Donald Trump due to not getting his way. You see, Donald Trump has been campaigning when he was first getting elected that he wanted to build a wall across the Mexican border. However, he did also say in there that Mexico was going to pay for the wall, not U.S. citizens. Well, he said that throughout his entire campaign. I'm sure you can find it all over the internet, especially now. So, what exactly happened? Well, he's blaming the Democrats right now. That apparently they can't come to a settlement between how much the budget should be for this wall across the border. Well, they already offered him $1.3 billion in order to build his wall. He requested $5 billion and refused to take the $1.3 billion. However, Democrats normally are more supportive of additional border patrol versus a wall. Now, as the time has gone on, I've seen a lot of different posts out there about how people think about this government shutdown. Now, mind you, at the time of this recording, it is at least 2 weeks in, if not almost 2.5 weeks in. So, what exactly should be done? Personally, I'm a libertarian, but at this point, I think the best thing to do is open the government and continue negotiations. You see, what ends up happening with the government being shut down, not necessarily does everybody go and not get paid, just the people who are a part of the federal government. This can include courts, this can include all the other landmarks and so forth that goes across the United States. We've also had news saying about how national parks are being highly affected because of all the littering, and that shouldn't be an issue if lazy people would just pick up their trash. But nonetheless, there are of course people that are working that are part of the government, but they're not getting paid. But then what happens? Well, some of them are actually get back pay as soon as the government opens again, while others are not. And that's kind of a shame. So it was heard on NPR that actually one of the recommendations that was advised by Donald Trump is that you offer your services to your landlord for the people who cannot afford rent anymore because of his whiny baby reflexes. Don't get me wrong. Other presidents have shut down the government, but not for this long. And if it goes on much longer, we're going to have more catastrophic issues. How about the fact that people are not going to be able to pay their rent, buy food, and in fact, they're going to have to try to go into food stamps. Oh, wait, they can't. Not because of the fact that they're not qualified. How about the fact that nobody's going to be there to process their application? Or, if they are, isn't this just depleting funds at this point? Not to mention the fact that it is currently January 7th, 2019. Coming up in the next 30 to 60 days, people normally start filing their taxes, hoping to get their tax returns. Well, that's not happening either, according to practically everybody. CNN is at least one that I've seen mention it, that because of the government shutdown, the IRS will not be issuing refunds. Doesn't mean you won't get it, just means not right now. However, Donald Trump has been quoted to say that he will continue the shutdown until he gets his way, whether either by a couple months or even years. However, since we're halfway through his first term, the max this can go on is about 2 years. This should not go on for 2 years. At this point, the Democrats are actually focusing more on opening the government and have agreed to continue delegations after he opens the government. Although I do agree with that. Because although I don't agree with the wall, because there has been a lot of people that said a wall will not fix our problem. People can go under a wall. They can go around the wall. How could they go around the wall? Ever heard of Alaska? Puerto Rico? Virgin Islands? Hawaii firsthand. Just the Mexican border is just one way in. Plus, if he really wanted to build a wall so flippin' bad, why doesn't he fund it himself? He has the money. Lord knows he has the money. So let's see. Originally, he said Mexico was going to pay for the wall. Mexico has been, well, saying since the campaign, no, we're not. Now, he's actually trying to make U.S. citizens pay for the wall that we initially said no. Surprisingly or not, people are actually don't care. I care. My tax money should be going towards helping the people of America, not keeping people out with a redundant wall. There has already been a news article that was done during the campaign that showed the border, that actually showed there's already a wall there, people. Okay? If anything, maybe maintenance. Okay? Because it may not be complete, secure from border to border, but at the same time, Border Patrol might be more effective. People can go under the wall. People will go over the wall. They will find a way. But if you have nobody on the other side to stop them, the successful people will be able to get in even easier than before. So think about this for just a second. You're a baby of a president, and yes, I did say your, because he is not my president. Theoretically, by technicality, he is, but I refuse to acknowledge it. That Donald Trump will not open government until he gets his own way. This sounds like a tantrum. What do you think? I personally think he should at least open the government to continue delegations. If he feels it's necessary to do it again, do it like a year later. Okay? And that's if you really honestly believe it needs to happen. Because here's what I predict. Alright? You can come back to this video months from now, tell me if I was right or wrong. Or not, I don't care. So, what I think is going to end up happening is this is going to continue on probably for a good month, maybe two. The news already predicted that if it continues on till April, we're facing some pretty big repercussions. Mostly because, well, now the people who are supposedly here to protect us, help us, and to help with the government services will actually either be working for free or just not working. Which means the people who are not working are working for free, either going to need to get a part-time job, or, in fact, even if they can't, because let's say that they have to, do more than expected, like prison guards, well then, you're going to see a lot of people quit. A lot of people quit means a lot more vacancies. A lot more vacancies will try filling that spot with, you don't mind working for free, do you? Put that in your advertisement. On top of that, after maybe 1 to 2 months, people will definitely be feeling the impact. I say that generously, because that is also assuming the people that are actually in the government offices are actually intelligent and capable of saving money in such a stupid event. Even if, let's say, that they did, and they can last all the way up until April. First of all, kudos. But, at the same time, now what? You have no money to buy food. You have no money to buy gas to put in your car to go to work. Not only that, but what if you're a single parent? You now have to work 2 jobs. But what if you also have an infant or one that can't be home alone? Well, better figure out something, because now you can't even afford daycare. Why? No money to pay them with. So you're going to be eventually out of a house. You're going to have no food. And depending on your situation, you may have some issues with just keeping your kids safe and alive. And that's if this goes on too long. That is why I strongly believe the government needs to be opened. And maybe if you really wanted to throw a temper tantrum in the first place, don't give the Democrats them what they want. Because then it's not going to hurt them that way as far as financial. So that way they're still able to come to work and all that stuff. But at the same time, there's no progress in the White House anyways. There is no progress right now. You're getting the same thing, except you're getting paid. Anybody try that? Or if this was so much of a problem, we could all just be done with it if Trump just Trump just donates the money to the government. Because that is a thing that you can do. Although you can't set it aside for particular projects, it is something that at least can happen. At least giving it to the government. Which the government can do what it wants. Which Trump's been doing a lot of that. So, let me know what you think, because I think this government shutdown is a load of bullcrap. And shouldn't have really gone on this long, let alone a few days. Let me know what you think below. Good and bad comments, don't really care, just want to see them. Let me know what you think. Do you think that he's doing the right thing? Do you support him? Do you think that he's being stupid? Or maybe you have a different opinion? Because right now, those are the only ones I see. Well, don't forget to go ahead and like this video if you like what you see. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye guys.